Hello, I'm Dr. Janaki Menon from the Department of Pediatrics, Government Medical College, Thrissur. And as part of observance of ORS Week July 2021, I'll be talking about acute diarrheal disease with severe dehydration, early recognition and management. We all know that oral rehydration therapy is the cornerstone of management of acute diarrheal disease. But if the child has signs of severe dehydration, or if he has persistent vomiting, then we will need to start IV fluids. While starting IV fluids, we should also look for a reason for the vomiting, which could be due to non-enteral infections like meningitis, pneumonia, or UTI, or could be a complication like intussusception. The signs of dehydration include listless expression, sunken eyes, lack of thirst, a rapid thready pulse, a low or unrecordable BP, loss of skin turgor. Remember to look at the skin turgor on the abdomen or the trunk. A delayed capillary refill for more than 3 seconds is also a sign of severe dehydration. When you see a child in severe dehydration or shock, the first thing to do is to manage the airway and to start oxygen with a non-rebreathing mask. We adopt the Plan C of the WHO guideline for administration of IV fluids. We give 30 ml per kg of ringalactate or normal saline over 30 minutes as a fast bolus. In a small infant, you may give that bolus over 1 hour. This is followed by a slower infusion of 70 ml per kg of ringalactate or normal saline. At the end of the bolus, if signs persist, we reassess the child and we repeat if needed. How would you give fluid boluses? This is administered by the pull-push method using a 3-way adapter. We fill the syringe with fluid and then we push it into the intravascular space. We refill the syringe and we push it again, and this is repeated rapidly till the pulse becomes palpable. There are different kinds of fluid infusion sets. This is the regular fluid infusion set. This is the infusion set with the burette, and this is the infusion set with the flow regulator. You could also use a syringe infusion pump to be very accurate with fluid administration. If you do not get an IV access, the best thing to do would to get an intraosseous access by which you can administer fluids. If you're not very sure about intraosseous access, you could insert a nasogastric tube and give fluid intragastric. Now, where do you insert the needle for intraosseous access? The point is below and medial to the tibial tuberosity, and here you can insert an intraosseous needle or a bone marrow needle or even an 18-gauge needle. And then you administer fluids by the pull-push technique as described before. Go slow on the boluses if the baby has severe malnutrition or if you're suspecting dengue fever, if there is diabetic ketoacidosis or evidence of myocarditis. In this context of COVID, do remember that there is a condition called MISC or multisystem inflammatory syndrome of children, where the child can present with diarrhea and altered sensorium and very rapidly progress to myocardial dysfunction and shock. Close monitoring is the key to therapy of diarrhea and dehydration. Watch the sensorium, look at the pulse rate, see the pulse volume, look at the capillary filling time, take the blood pressure frequently, and monitor the urine output. Although there are many fancy monitors which are available, your fingers and your eyes are the best monitors. Thank you, and I hope that I have shed some light on the essential points in the management of diarrhea and severe dehydration.